begin a new series, SD50. The theme is Nirvana and Awakening, or rather Awakening and Nirvana. And this is a two-part volume, 50A, 50B, on a very important and fascinating subject, it is Nirvana itself. Of course, we can't really talk anything about Nirvana. It is something we experience, but we can indirectly discuss so that we have some idea what it is not. This is called apophasis, or apophatic language, the language of negativity. We say what something is not, what Nirvana is not, or in fact in the suttas we do find positive language too, by way of metaphors and imageries. For example, Nirvana is like a cave, like a peaceful lake in the mountains, and so on. So these are all imageries of the peace and the joy that the great saints feel, those saints who have attained Nirvana. And the best definitions of Nirvana, so to speak, definition between better commas, are found in the Udana. So today we'll look at the first teaching of chapter 8 in the Udana, U 8.1, and then in the following weeks, U 8.2, 8.3, 8.4. Okay? This is a very short sutta, but it's very profound. There's a lot to talk about, but I'll just speak what is essential, and the rest you can read for yourself at your leisure. In the first part of this volume, there's some 24 pages, A4 pages of notes to reflect on. The title is Nibbana Patisamyutta Sutta 1. The first discourse related to Nirvana, U 8.1. Notice here, the Pali word is Patisamyutta, connected with. So here it is not said to be Nibbana Sutta, it's a Nibbana Patisamyutta Sutta, the discourse related to Nirvana. So here you already have a hint that we can't really talk about Nirvana with words. And yet, of course, we don't have any other way of dealing with this wonderful teaching but to use words. So here where we try and we see how can we do it using negative language. So here we have a bit of introduction, the locale and the background of this teaching. Thus have I heard. This on page 25. At one time the Blessed One was residing in Anathapindika's Park monastery in Jeta's Grove outside Savatthi. Now at that time the Blessed One had been instructing, inspiring, rousing and gladdening the monks with a Dhamma talk connected with Nirvana. So there you are, this is where the title comes from. The monks listened to the Dhamma, receptive, attentive, concentrating their whole mind, giving their ear. Then the teaching comes. Okay, here we have what is called the full Nirvana pericope. Then the Blessed One, knowing the significance of the occasion, uttered this Udana. Right, so this pericope, this definition of Nirvana, so to speak, is actually called an Udana, a joyful statement. There is bhikshus that place where there is no earth, no water, no fire, no wind, no base of boundless space, no base of boundless consciousness, no base of nothingness, no base. Let me read that. I missed one out. No base of boundless space, no base of boundless consciousness, no base of nothingness, no base of neither perception nor non-perception, neither this world nor other worlds, with neither moon nor sun. Therein, bhikshus, I say, there is neither coming nor going nor standing, neither neither dying nor arising, or neither death nor birth, if you like, neither the established nor the occurring, nor even this sense object. This indeed is the very end of suffering. So here is a joyful statement by the Buddha. It's kind of, he's very happy and saying, this is Nirvana. So in Pali we have Neva Patavi Na Apo Na Tejo Na Vayo Na Akasanancha Yatanang Na Vinyanancha Yatanang Na Akinchanyanga Yatanang Na Neva Sanyana Sanya Yatanang Na Yang Loka Na Paraloko Na Ubo Chandimasuryo Neva ayating na gating na titing na chuting na upapating apatitang apawatang anaramanang evetang esevanto dukkassa. So now this udana, this joyful remark or utterance, can be divided into three parts. The first part is a kind of cosmology. Okay, it is the external universe. That is section 4 here. No earth, no water, no fire, no wind, up to with neither sun nor moon. So this first part is about the external universe. Then section 5, therein bhikshus, I say, there is neither coming nor going and so on, up to the second last line, nor even this sense object. Is the inner universe, the psychological kind of survey, if you like, the psychology of Nirvana, if you like. So in the first one, the cosmology of Nirvana. And then the last line, this indeed is the very end of suffering. In a sense, is Nirvana Ivadakammas itself. Right? So that's by way of summary. So let's look at each of this line and see what can we understand within this time that we have. Let's look at verse 4, section 4. There is, bhikshus, that place where there is... Okay, look, the word place is used here. So here again we have to understand although the word place is used, it's not an ordinary place that we are talking about in our daily life in this world. It's just a term for us to have a mental idea. Okay, it's a kind of almost like a location, so to speak. Actually, it's a non-place. We won't say it's a no place, but it's a non-place. In other words, we use the word place, but it's got nothing to do with the kind of situation we talk about in terms of time and space in our daily life. So we can imagine the difficulty of language. So this is where we say we're talking in pariyaya or pariyayena in Pali, a provisional language. It's almost like we're children again. We're using a child's language. You notice when children talk, they're never serious about definition of words. But when they use a word, they know what it means to them. So it's something like that. So we're not defined by the words. We define the words to express an experience, if you like. So here, in a sense, you can say Nirvana is an experience, if you like. And you can't locate an experience, is one way of putting it. So there is, bhikshus, that place where there is no earth, no water, no fire, no wind. So these are the four elements which make up our universe. So when we say that there are no earth, water, fire, wind, we're saying there's no universe. So it's almost like it's contradictory. So you can see the problem here why the word place doesn't really make sense. But that's all we have. That's the closest word we can use to describe, to point to, if you like, Nirvana. So Nirvana is not the four elements. Like again, it is yet the use of negative language. Not earth, water, fire, wind. And then you have another set. No base. There is no base of boundless space. What is this boundless space? It's the formless attainment, the higher jhanas. Then there is no base of boundless consciousness, the second formless attainment. And then no base of nothingness, the third formless attainment. No base of neither perception nor non-perception, the fourth formless base. That's the closest to Nirvana, so to speak. So that's the most refined aspect of our cosmological being, if you like, this universe. And then the last one is with neither moon nor sun. Now, how do we measure time? We measure by the moon and the sun. So this last line with neither moon nor sun is talking about time, right? So here we're not neither moon nor sun, in other words, no time. And all the previous lines talk about space, no space and time. Okay? So if there's no space and time, it's a non-location. So there you are. We have an idea that when you talk about place here, but it's not a place. So this is the first definition. Okay, so we need to just take a few minutes just to let this sink in. So to help you, let me just read that verse again. There is, bhikshus, that place where there is no earth, no water, no fire, no wind, no base of boundless space, no base of boundless consciousness, no base of nothingness, no base of neither perception nor non-perception, neither this world nor other worlds. I missed out this one, neither this world nor other worlds. In other words, all those systems, world systems and so on, as we know them, are not there, just galaxies. And then neither moon nor sun, there's no time, right? So this is the cosmology of Nirvana, the first reflection. Section 5 is the second one, which is the psychology of Nirvana, kind of inner space. We look within ourselves. So Nirvana is not out there, Nirvana is not in here either. Therein, bhikshus, I say, there is neither coming nor going nor standing, neither dying nor arising. In other words, neither death nor birth, neither the established nor the occurring, nor even this sense of change. This is becoming even more profound. So here, now the Buddha is saying, if you look within yourself, you don't see Nirvana either. It's not located there. No coming, no going. No event. Nothing is happening. Right? You can even say nothing is happening. Right? We cannot say Nirvana is nothingness. That is kind of going towards what's called nihilism, uchedaditi. Because the idea that there's nothing means there's something before that, so you have that kind of problem. So, neither coming, nor going, nor standing. Sometimes this three words also refers to rebirth, coming, going, right? Someone looking for a new birth, and then they've found the birth, and they're reborn, and they're just standing, remaining in that kind of life. Neither dying nor arising. So there you are. This one specifically refers to birth and death. neither being born, neither dying, right? So here is Nirvana is a death-free state. Strictly speaking, we don't even say that Nirvana is deathless, because if we say deathless, that means there was death before, something like that, right? So we say death-free, free from death, nothing to do with death. It's better to say that actually, but it's quite a mouthful. Neither the established nor the occurring. Here, of course, if we know philosophy, it helps a bit more to explain all this difficult, abstruse point. Something which is fixed, a kind of idea, okay, established. Or we're thinking about something is happening, right? We say something is happening, right? Neither something which has happened or something which is happening. Again here, a very subtle idea of how the mind works in time. Nor even this sense object. Right now, what you are sensing, what I am sensing, it's not there. Now what's interesting is here you are listening to me speaking, but I'm no more around, I'm already dead, long ago. But you're hearing my voice, you can understand all this, what I'm saying to a large extent. But there's no one talking, just imagine that. So just it's something for us to reflect on the nature of Nirvana. And then the last line, number 6, this indeed is the very end of suffering. So if you can understand this, then you have some idea what Nirvana is like. So there you are, you have this last one is called the soteriological aspect of Nirvana, soteriology of Nirvana. Soteriology means kind of saving, kind of liberating aspect of religion, if you like. So this is the full Nirvana pericope or full Nirvana definition, if you like. It is something we can reflect on occasionally to do the perception of non-self, for example. So let me just read it one more time to finish off this very short but kind of deep reflection. There is pictures that place where there is no earth, no water, no fire, no wind. No base or boundless space, no base or boundless consciousness, no base of nothingness, no base of neither perception nor non-perception, neither this world nor other worlds, neither moon nor sun. Therein, bhikshus, I say, there is neither coming nor going nor standing, neither dying nor arising, neither the established nor the occurring, nor even this sense object. This indeed is the very end of suffering. So let us reflect on this. Close with a short reflection. We will notice in early Buddhism the language is very simple. It's like we have very simple building blocks and they're put together in a very profound and beautiful way. The simple words can have very deep meaning. In other words, with our senses, what we have right now, despite the fact we are worldly, we can still, if we are calm enough, diligent enough, we can see what is beyond ourselves. We have some understanding what Nirvana is so that we can work in that direction. Reflecting in this way is wonderful good karma. With the power of all our goodness and the three jewels. Let us cultivate loving kindness towards ourselves that we may be happy and calm and diligent in our practice to attain at least stream winning in this life itself. And by the same token, by the power of the three jewels, let us center our loving kindness to all those we love and care for, and those who have been kind to us, supportive of us. May they be well, may they be happy. And those who are seeking the Dharma, those who have difficulties, may they too discover the true teaching in this life itself. May all beings be well and happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.